shit, man. He only eats after dark.
You
No
think he's
herbal
like doing Ramadan, but he's just an alcoholic.
Mm-hmm. Bum, ba-dum, bum, bum.
Introduce yourselves.
Well, so like you're filming this right now? Alright. Marc Tison, Montreal skateboarder. What's up?
Barry Walsh, Real City, General Representative, all day, every day, 123 ABC,
514.
PMBC, Montreal, 514. That's about it for the intro. We have a crew called Valois Boys. It's the first ever skateboard crew in Montreal history, pretty much, that's still going. The guy who drinks all that beer is part of our crew, unfortunately. But anyways, we met in around 79, 80, because I remember this because I remember when we moved. And I met Mark in the street. We kind of knew each other because the town was so small. We started BMXing together.
Yeah. He had a good bike. My bike was shit. But then eventually my bike cracked, and it took forever to get the warranty back. So he hustled me on a skate for like $40, but it was a piece of shit. But got me into skating, and then I got hooked. So it was great. Thanks.
Yeah. Basically in the beginning, I mean, I was from the hood, so I knew how to hustle already, even at that age, and not super proud of it. But the way I grew up, at the time I was 79, so I would have been like 10 maybe. 10 or 11, but I think 10. Anyways, so Mark bought this skateboard off me, but actually they were new for like $40, and I sold them at second hand for $40.
Yeah, you bought it though, eh, somewhere?
I don't know where I got it.
Yeah, you stole it.
Yeah, I did gank it probably. I can't remember that far. But somehow I ended up with it. I had already had one. We were both BMXing. The BMX crashes kind of veered us to skating. Because the BMX crashes are so intense, and we were riding like quarter pipes. And so when we both sort of mingled in skating too, and then we kind of had a knack for it, we were addicted at a young age. And we would skate from nowhere to Vilay, like 10 in the morning till 10 at night, every day, all day. We would eat like full apple pies for dinner because we didn't fucking know about nutrients and shit. We'd be like, oh, let's just get an apple pie and eat the whole thing and keep skating, right? But obviously if I did that today, I'd puke. But the amazing thing that we really are both equally blessed is we have completely different styles. Like all the tricks he does good, I can't do. And all the tricks I do good, he doesn't do. We do a couple of the same things by nature, but anything backside, he does way better than I could do. We just do different shit, but sometimes when you get two people who grow up many years together, you can see that, oh, I can tell those guys grew up together. But with us, you can't tell because we do 100% different style skating.
I'm still skating hard, man. Like, we're over 40, he's 42, I'm 40, whatever.
Now he's blowing it. Hey? We really got into skating in like from 83 on, but by the time like the 90s came around, like in 89, the best skate park we ever had closed, so we really didn't have much here. We had, the only real thing we always like yearned for was the Big O because it was always there and it was always free, and back then it was like unknown to anybody. If anything, you had to worry about skinheads trying to jack you when you'd go skate, and just weird Hochelaga ruckus.
Yeah, the East End is pretty rough for sure, that part of town.
I had already heard of it and like seen it, but when I actually walked through it, I was coming back from a Matt Hoffman BMX demo, and I was like, fuck, this thing is so sick. It's perfect for skateboarding. And at the time I was like skating, but wasn't at any level to really go and like rip it. But we knew, once my friend Marty, this dude brought me, and then later on I told Mark, like, oh dude, you gotta see this fucking thing, it's insane. Then Mark and I went out and we started skating it regularly from then. But back then, as you know, it had track rubber on it, so it wasn't the same as what it is today. Like you could drop in and do one trick, that's it. That was the rush, you know? But the fact that you did a trick on something like that that was never made for skateboarding is what really made it so special for us. Once we got a little bit of a vibe for it, and there were skaters before us who skated it, you know, there were dudes we looked up to, but they didn't stick around long in the skateboarding scene, maybe 2-3 years, then you never heard of them again, you know. But generations and generations were peeling the rubber off it. So slowly as time went, it started to get more skatable, and then we were kind of the first people that really learned how to flow in it, especially Mark. So that opened a lot of doors to the rest of people who started seeing it like, whoa, what the fuck's that, you know? And then when people go there and see how actually small it is, because when you see it in a magazine, it looks like it's tall or really skatable, but when you get there, you're like, holy fuck, they did that there? That's how our addiction really went, but we also skated big vert ramps for years. A lot of people don't realize we murder fucking all terrain, you know? Maybe not so much in the present. I don't go down handrails, I don't jump down shit, you know, unless there's like a good reason for it. But for the most part, we're pretty much roots rock skateboarders.